move the Stalkers to the top. This is what the Zerg tries to do with the Mutalisk and the Zergling harass at 2 different spots, is to split up that Protoss army. Now, let's go ahead and talk about these 4 Nidus Worms going down in Dangerous
Indeed,
Game.
let's talk about these. This is, I don't think I've ever seen this in any game before, except maybe a Day 9 Fun Day Monday. So,
Right, exactly. Well,
this is,
well,
yeah.
we were, definitely. Me and Danger have been experimenting with Nidus play against Protoss, and we've actually found it's kind of ridiculously effective. Like, the thing with Protoss is, of course, everyone fears the Protoss death ball, but what you gotta do is you gotta bounce that ball as much as you can between 2 places, or even 4 places, as we're gonna see soon. Oh, actually, this is actually what Danger's going for right here. Everyone knows that out of the Nidus Swarm, units only come out 1 at a time, but the more Nidus you have, the more units you can bring out at once, because all Nidus networks are actually connected to one network. And there's also the psychological factor of just being Nidus. You end up becoming so scared.
Oh, exactly. I mean, like I said, you just saw that Nidus pop up there, although very good reaction by Chrome, actually going up and finding those Nidus Worms, which I thought was very interesting, because I don't think Chrome had any side of the high ground there, so that was just really good gamer sense by him to go up and actually look. And I don't think Danger is trying any more Nidus Worms yet. I think he's realizing, well, maybe I should just chill out for a bit. But all these Nidus Worms are loaded.
Yeah. Well, we do see a Stargate. Yeah. We do see a Stargate by Chrome going up, and this is going to be really interesting to see. A really interesting transition into perhaps what's going to be some Void Rays. That's what actually I would suspect out of this Stargate right here. 2 more Nidus Worms just popped up on My Production tab. I actually don't know where they... Oh, there they are, right in the back of the Chrome's third base. And will his army actually spot these Nidus Worms? They spot the Zergling, and there they go. They spot both Nidus Worms. And
I don't think he actually saw him. Here comes all the units coming out. This one Stalker, we'll see it though, as he's going to get taken out by all the Zerglings. But Chrome's army is split right now. Looks like part of it's going down to attack the gold expansion.
He finds
but
the gold.
There are also 2 Nidus Worms in the Chrome's base right now that have unloaded, and they're doing some damage that required Chrome to split his army up here. So this is...
Right, and we do see that a lot of his units are actually not attacking the right things. The Stalkers were all focus firing down the hatchery, while all the Hydras and Roaches were killing this army down here. And Chrome's army is horribly split, however, he will clean up the problem in his main. But he's not going to kill the Nidus Worms, and that could be a mistake by Chrome, actually, leaving these 2 Nidus Worms alive.
Exactly, and that's another thing, though, is I want to mention 16 Roaches just popped out for Danger. I just want to point at Danger's money here. I mean, Danger... His macro, I mean, he has so much money coming in because of the gold and all of his expansions. Well, it's actually his third. I guess his 4th expansion is actually not mining anything at all. There are no drones there. However, I do hear another Nidus Worm going off somewhere. Where is that Nidus Worm now? Oh, I think it was just, they were...
I believe those 2 Nidus Worms are down at the gold. They're actually down at the gold base. He's going to use those to really quickly reinforce between multiple locations. And you can see at Chrome's third, he just loads up units into those Nidus Worms and pops them out elsewhere. Then, really interesting play by Danger. Actually, because you can actually use the Nidus Worms to defend really easily too. Because if they counterattack, you just load them into the Nidus and pop them out into your base. And because you have 4 Nidus Worms, they pop out 4 times as fast.
Exactly.
So that's a very interesting idea, yeah. Now, he did unpower the Stargate, and looks like Chrome's going to instead decide he's want to go Colossus, because he has seen all these Hydras.
I think right now that's
yeah.
actually such a good choice, because he needs something to be able to push this army back. And it looks like Danger's just going to go right in the front door here with a huge Hydra Roach army. Although I think there's still more load up into these Nidus Worms, although there are a bunch of Mutalisks going over there as well.
Let me check for you. There isn't anything loaded into the Nidus
Okay,
Worms
so maybe... Yeah, the mutas are
mutas
definitely coming in. Might be coming in the back door here. This could be very difficult for Chrome to hold him off. He's gonna have to split his army up so well in order to handle this. I just don't think he's gonna be able to. It looks like Danger's gonna move in the front with the Roaches and Hydras. The Mutalisks are still hanging in the back. Chrome.
More Nidus Worms popping up in the back, using the mutas to actually tank for the Nidus Worms. That's such a great idea. Using the mutas to draw the fire of that photon cannon so he can bring in 2 Nidus Worms in the back.
But I don't think that's going to matter, because in the meantime, Chrome is trying to hold the front door, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's trying to micro his Stalkers back, but I just don't think any good Blink Micro is going to be enough to hold off this many Hydras, along with all the units that are going to start pouring into his base, along with the Mutalisks. I just don't think it's going to be enough here for Chrome. Chrome is trying so valiantly with his Blink Micro in front. He's done such an amazing job of killing a bunch of these Hydralisks, but it's not going to be enough. His army goes down. His whole base is getting trashed, and there's the GG from Chrome.
Yeah, GG by Chrome, yeah. I'd like to mention how well he actually Blink Microed those Stalkers. I mean, it was a losing battle anyway, but that was some very great Blink Micro keeping those guys alive. I think a lot of this game might have come down to, well, he did leave that gold expansion exposed, like, not exposed, sorry, but going for quite some time. Didn't quite have the scouting info on that regard. And really didn't end up putting any sort of pressure on Danger, which allowed his harassment to be all that more effective. The harassment would have been effective, I think, even if pressure was coming, just because he would have to come back to his base. But, I mean, the harassment's just magnified when you aren't putting pressure back on your
Exactly. I mean, and I don't honestly, I don't know how Chrome could handle those nice rooms any better than he did. I mean, you can't split your army up that well. I mean, he tried to hold the front, which I think he was hoping there was one main thing in these nice worms. There was more than enough to take out pretty much everything in the base. I mean, honestly, Danger just had such good macro. This game was insane. Chrome never got a third expansion up, which would have been huge.
Yeah, exactly.
He lost all those probes in the beginning. I mean, like I said, I just don't know.
Right, and I think, yeah, and the worker count was just so different between the players. Actually, at the end, the harvester count actually favored Chrome, because I think Danger lost a lot of his workers at that gold expansion. But yeah, the income so favored Danger for such an incredibly long amount of time. And one thing I think actually worth mentioning is a lot of people do, the Colossus do really deal with Hydras extremely well, but when you use this Nidus technique and you attack from two fronts, the Colossus have to split up. And usually the Colossus and some of the Gateway units will go one way, and the rest of the Gateway units will fight the Hydras in the base. But the problem is Hydras do really well against Gateway units, so you have to split your Colossus up to deal with this. But Colossus split up are obviously really weak, so it's a very interesting thing to do. Yeah, splitting up the Colossus.
And then that may Mutalisk would have made the Colossus almost null and void anyway. I mean, there was just such a good army composition here from Danger. I mean, really, that game was just so well played by him. I mean, I can't give him any more credit. Chrome did an amazing job trying to hold off for as long as he did. That game really, honestly, it definitely shows you how powerful nice worms can be. And I kind of wish I could get this.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're just incredible. They allow you to move your army so freely about the map. And I kind of hope we can get this out to like the general public of StarCraft, so maybe we can start seeing this more often. Because I mean, this could really be an answer to ZBP right now, because it is such a difficult matchup for Zerg. But I mean, this may look ridiculously easy.
I think it's just all about weathering down the Protoss army in any way you can, and always out-expanding your opponent. But that's going to be it for this game, guys, and we'll get some more coming to you really shortly.
Just amazing Nidus worms and a great game. That's all I can say.
Yep, check out CollectiveStarCraft.com, by the way. That's who we cast for, and really great community. That's where we're from. We're obviously both parts of that team. And from Bronze League to Diamond League, we just kind of practice with everyone. So very very good
fun times. I mean, that's where this was from, that Pokemon battle. Come join us, and you can be part of the amazing Pokemon battle.
Exactly. All right. Well,
bye bye.
see you guys next time.